Hi everyone. In the last video I made for you, I gave you a little exercise about how to start bringing earth energy into the body. And today I'm going to show you how to start using that energy to make yoga poses. I like to say that we make yoga poses instead of doing yoga poses because it gives it a more organic origin. Instead of thinking that the pose or the asana is already done and now we put ourselves into it, in my yoga practice and what I teach to my students is that the poses are created from the inside out. So when we start to use earth energy, we bring that into the body and we let the prana, this intelligent energy, express itself through our bodies. And it comes from the inside out. So we don't just impose a structure on top of ourselves. We bring it out and it expresses itself in an archetypal way that follows universal principles. So it doesn't go into any which way, which can happen when we go into free form movement. But prana will just move into yoga poses that we know of. But we want to have it start from the inside and work its way out. So if we think of a tree, so I often use trees as a metaphor when I talk about yoga, it comes up all the time. Think of a tree as rooting down, and then we bring energy up, and the tree turns its energy outwards. So it's as if you could say a seed of a tree is not yet a tree. The potential of the tree is there, but there's this whole process of becoming a tree that's important. So this process of becoming, I like to integrate it into an asana practice. We become the asanas. We don't, like a tree doesn't just say, I'm going to put my branch here, and I'm going to put my branch here, and then my leaves are going to go there. It becomes what it becomes, and it moves in space following its own intelligence. So today we're going to practice bringing earth energy into the body and how we make some warrior poses with that. All right. So I'm going to show you how to start building warrior poses using earth energy. I notice that even people that have been practicing yoga for a long time, there's this energy that's very high up in the body, and we're not down in our roots. So I see this a lot, is that when the teacher says warrior one, right, so they place their foot and then it's warrior one. And you can see that the energy is really high and that people are using momentum to get up. When we say go into warrior two, there's this kind of action. There's this really fast, jerky momentum that gets us into warrior two. When we go into the crescent moon, it's really up. And what I want to see is that we're using earth energy to build strength. When we use momentum to get up, we're missing this whole process of becoming the pose. We're just throwing ourselves into the pose, into something that's fixed, a structure that's imposed on us from the outside, instead of becoming the pose from the inside. So there are a few steps that for me are really key. So if we are preparing for warrior one, right, we have our feet ready for warrior one. First, what I want to see is that people are on the tips of their fingers and not flat, right? And we're using our hands like roots, so we're pulling energy out of the earth through our hands, and now in our feet, so sending attention and awareness into the feet, pulling energy from the earth into the hands, into the feet, and we feel energy rising into the legs. So energy is rising here through the legs. We come into Mula Bandha, so now we're activating Mula Bandha. And now we activate our center. And from here, so starting from the inside, we bring our energy towards the inside. and we grow our warrior one, right? So let's do that again. So here, energy into the fingertips, the feet, energy rises into the legs, activating Mula Bandha, activating the center. We bring our energy through the center and sending it all the way up to the fingertips. Okay, once we've practiced that for a long time, and we know what it is to build our postures from the inside, then we can start moving through the classical way, but we have a different awareness and we have different strength. So we still establish our base the same. So energy rises through the fingertips, through the feet, the legs, Mula Bandha, the center. And now we sweep our hands back, and with strength and power, we create our warrior one pose. Right, so that's a lot different than this and just getting there. We're not becoming it. We want to become the posture, and it takes time. We can move slow, and we don't have to just get there. For warrior two, same idea. I like to start here with the fingertips on the inside of the foot. Same thing, energy rises through the fingertips, the feet, the legs. Activate Mula Bandha. Activate your center. So here we're in our power position, and now we start to unfold through the center into our warrior two. All right, so let me show you that one more time. So we prepare our foundation, and when we're strong, we pull through the center, and it's going to look different for every person, right? A tree has a similar pattern, but each tree is different. There are slight differences. So with us also, we want to create our pose from the inside out, and everyone's going to move a little bit differently, right? But we're going for the same pattern. If we want to do this, okay, as long as we practice coming up through the center for a long time, and we can energize our whole becoming first. So instead of using momentum, we are able to really use our strength from the bottom up to come into the pose. All right, so crescent moon would be the same preparation, fingertips, feet, legs, Mula Bandha, your center. And then we become the pose, okay? Eventually, we can also sweep our hands back, lift up the chest, right? But I don't want you to do this unless you have been practicing coming up through the center for a long time. So, a few ways on how to start to create your warrior poses from the inside out, how to make your poses in an organic way instead of imposing an idea or a concept of what a warrior pose should be and then just putting that on top of your body, right? Becoming from the inside. And I really would love it if you would integrate this idea into your regular practice of using earth energy, of allowing the posture to unfold, of going through the process of becoming your yoga. All right, so until next time, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.